Well, usually failed cheerleaders go on to do other things.
Yeah, get on the pole.
So, well, get on the pole or become a Hooters girl.
Right.
Have you been to a Hooters?
Ever?
Well, yeah. Have you been to a Hooters?
Yes.
Okay. Now, when Hooters started out, probably like 20 years ago,
Yeah.
the girls were actually hot.
Yeah, they were.
A lot of them, very nice builds, usually had some pretty good sized boobies.
Nice set of tits.
Filled out their uniform pretty well. Usually pretty attractive girls.
Yeah.
Well, going back to this whole cheerleader thing, as Hooters began getting momentum and, becoming popular, then the suits or the threat of lawsuits or discriminatory complaints started being registered by girls who maybe did not fit the profile.
Right.
Some girls who weren't quite as voluptuous.
Yeah.
Or maybe as attractive.
Flatsos, out of here.
Yeah, they didn't make it.
Right, of course.
So they would complain or threaten to sue or file whatever because they were saying that they were being discriminated against.
Right.
Well, Hooters had built their early reputation on, nice-looking girls.
Tits and ass.
That was basically it.
Yeah.
Well, after the problems started with people complaining that they couldn't be the Hooters girl or whatever, I noticed that, and I'm not a big fan of Hooters. I've probably been to a Hooters maybe 5 times total.
Yeah, I'm in about that number.
And early on, when I went to Hooters, the couple of times that I went, the girls were pretty stunning.
Yeah.
Later, after these complaints, and I've been to a couple of Hooters after that, not so much.
Which means now you have no interest in going to Hooters.
I have no interest in going to Hooters. None.
Hooters was good if you wanted some cheap beer, some shitty food, and some tits to look at.
Yeah, the food is not good at Hooters.
No, it's not. But it was tolerable. Look, you'll eat some fucking dried out chicken fingers if you're looking at some not dried out tits.
Basically, yeah.
That's just the way it is.
I think the last time I went to Hooters was probably I was coming back from a show with my nephew. We were in Chicago, so I'm going to say it was probably 2006.
That's probably more recent than I have been.
So it's been at least 10 years since I've been to Hooters. But I remember the last time I did go to Hooters about 10 years ago. Wasn't quite the experience.
The last time I was at a Hooters we used to go to, in the flats. They had Hooters in the flats.
Yes, they did. That's one of them that I had been to.
Yeah, that's the only one I've ever been to. And we used to go there before Odeon shows because the beer was cheap and, and we could get in there and, mess around with the girls.
Sure.
Be silly and talk to the girls and whatnot. But, and get a buzz and then go walk up the street and go in. But, how long ago was that? That place was there? 2001, 90s?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the last time I was there was when the Odeon was kicking.
Sure.
And that was a long time ago.
Yep. Well, anyway, apparently the Hooters girls just want to help.
Okay.
They just want to help.
All right.
The parents are ticked after Hooters and the Hooters girls help out with Scout Camp.
Okay.
Strange bedfellows indeed. Organizers of the Colorado Cub Scout Camp were bombarded with questions and more than a little rage when parents found out the event was sponsored in part by the local Hooters. And it wasn't just the sweet, sweet wing money that they were contributing. A few Hooters girls even showed up in a company gear to volunteer at the Denver event.
Okay.
It's not exactly a perfect marriage of interest, and some parents told CNN affiliate KMGH that they were
outraged.
Well, close. Shocked.
Shocked.
They were shocked to find out the camp that they were paying for had involved the famous breast and thighs joint.
God forbid.
I know. Some even said they found pictures of their boys online posing with the Hooters girls who had worked at the camp.
They were dressed, you idiots.
Well, they were scantily clad.
Would you consider what they wear scantily clad?
Well, they wear those short shorts and those tank tops. But nothing more than what you'd see on the beach.
That's more than you'd see on the beach.
That's what I'm saying. They're dressed in more than what you'd see on the beach.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. This is a dumb story.
I know. Michelle Kettleborough was one of the moms who found the arrangement odd.
What does it look like?
She spied the telltale orange regalia as she was picking up her son.
Yeah.
A picture on the Hooters Colorado Facebook page showed Hooters girls working with the Scouts. Kettleborough said she later found pictures of her son on the Hooters Colorado Facebook page. As of Wednesday, a few remain showing girls in Hooters branded gear posing with the young boys and adults at the Take Flight Cub Scout Camp event. None of the women appeared to be wearing the iconic white tank top and orange shorts that make up the typical serving attire.
So they were just hot chicks that were helping out at this thing?
Yeah, more or less, yeah.
They were wearing what, jeans and a t-shirt or something?
I don't know. It doesn't really elaborate.
This story gets dumber by the minute. This mom has to be hideous.
Well, of course. I mean, we got, look at that. Look at those young women with supple breastises.
Yelling in at her husband. See, Bruce, this is what happens to all of you men.
Yeah. You just objectify women.
Yeah. This is why I don't like you watching those football games with the Oh, wait, that's my life.
In a statement given to CNN, the Denver Area Council of the Boy Scouts of America apologized for what it called wrong attire worn by the camp volunteers.
Enough. Really?
Let's not be offended.
This is dumb.
An area restaurant extended support to help make a local Cub Scout day camp possible and provided volunteers for the camp, the council said. One group of trained volunteers mistakenly wore the wrong attire, and it was addressed by our council leadership.
Yeah, man.
They mistakenly wore the wrong attire. Oops. Whoops. This isn't the poll tonight, girls. This is boys. This is the young boys.
How did I end up wearing my work uniform to go to a work-related function? How did that happen?
Yeah, we got to learn how to tie knots and shit.
Yeah.
The Boy Scouts America relies on millions of dedicated volunteers, and we are very appreciative of their commitment. We extend our apologies for the mistake and look forward to continuing our mission of serving youth in the Denver area. Would it surprise you to know that the partnership actually had a fair amount of supporters? It did, judging from the Facebook comments on Colorado's Hooters and the Boy Scouts of America Denver Area Council.
Yeah, but they were all men.
Yes.
They were all you sexist men that like seeing your boys, getting an early start on snuggling up next to some large boobs.
Right.
They're objectifying those women at an early age.
Yeah, they're teaching them bad stuff.
How dare they not want to tie knots with an old crusty lady that's been serving fucking lunch meat in the high school for 38 years?
Yeah.
How dare they?
Right.
What kind of man lets their son want to fuck a woman?
Right.
How dare they have that?
Looks like the kids had fun, and that's what's important, one woman wrote. Hooters was willing to donate the money and the volunteers for these kids to be able to enjoy this event.
Right.
I would wear the same thing if I was working at an outdoor camp, another woman wrote next to the picture of some Hooters girl in cut-off jean shorts and a zip-up sweatshirt. One man summed up his feelings rather succinctly. Hooters is about as inappropriate and controversial as a beige Toyota Camry.
That's summing it up succinctly?
I guess that's what they consider succinct, I guess.
What does that even mean?
That means there's nothing abnormal about that.
A beige Camry?
Yeah, beige Camry, Toyota Camry. Basically what he's saying, that's just average, normal, everyday, whatever.
Right.
It's about as inappropriate and controversial as a beige Toyota Camry. In other words, there's no controversy, and it's not controversial or inappropriate at all.
Okay.
That's he was making a bad analogy there.
Really bad one.
Very poor analogy, but still, that's the whole idea.
Yeah. Okay. Fantastic.
Yep.